and already has his college degree. Please welcome from New Albany, Indiana, Purdue wide receiver, Rondale. What's up, Rondale? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Now let's get right to it. Let's talk about your amazing freshman year. 114 receptions, over 2,000 total yards. You played on offense and special teams. Why do you think you had such an impact right away to start your college career?
Honestly, I think it all came before I got to college, and that's every mentor, every coach, my trainer, my family, friends, everyone, honestly, who's just been a part of the journey has helped me tremendously, just, with my development as a player, obviously as a person. So, all that kind of stuff, I think, contributed into me being able to have such a, great freshman year.
Rondale, such an amazing offensive weapon. We've watched what you've been doing in the Big Ten for the past few years. One of the things so impressive about your game is the intangibles. Look, you're 5'7". You're 5'7", yet you once squatted 600 pounds. You also are tough as nails on the field, running over defensive backs and linebackers. What do you say to those who question a 5'7" wide receiver being worthy of a first-round pick?
That's a deep spot. Okay.
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head with just talking about intangibles. I think, regardless of where I am or who I'm with, I'm more than likely the strongest person out there. I mean, I'm over a 400-pound bencher, like you said, over a 600-pound squatter.
Wow.
I think I have all the change of direction in the world. I pride myself in just being a student of the game. So for me, I think every other intangible besides height I possess. So when you talk about those things, I don't think height becomes a problem for me.
You got hops, kid, too. 5'7", 5 schmevin. You jumped 42.5 inches at your pro day. That was the second highest of all pro day wideouts. It is incredible. I know you played hoops growing up. I mean, just look at this. How did hoops factor into that vertical leap? How does it help you with your game on the college level and for the NFL, too? How does it translate to football?
I mean, early on, just playing basketball, I think helps with transitioning in and out of cuts, with breaks, moving laterally, all the change of direction things I do on the field. So for me, I think that's how it kind of helped in a sense. But when you talk about just jumping, I mean, basketball, you're constantly rebounds, trying to block a shot, whatever the case may be, even just shooting a jumper. So maybe that stuff kind of helped. I'm not really sure, but maybe hopefully that just carried over.
Love it. I love meeting you. When I hear 42.5 vert, I think of one person, one name, and it's Nate Burleson. I've worked with him now for 5 years. That is exactly the mark he hit at his NFL combine. Now, last week, he tried his fortune again at the vertical, and he jumped 33.5 inches. We would love to know how you would grade Nate's vertical jump from last week. Anything to add here, Nate?
Keep in mind, I'm 40.
You're not quite 40.
Okay, 39.
39.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit more depth to get some more power. 40. I got a 40 in there. 40 in the tank.
You're right. I got to get more depth. I don't have that flexibility. I don't have the Rondale Moore hops. I don't, Kyle.
This guy knows depth. He goes all the way down to the ground with a 600-pound squat. That was a hell of a rep, man. That should be in a textbook. But let's not enough about the strength and the jumping. Rondale, let's talk about speed. And I'm not talking about your 4.2940, which is a fair run at it. I'm going to talk about your even better number, 2.5. That is 2.5 years in which you graduated from Purdue. 2.5 years. Wow. Tell us about this. Was this the plan all the way along to get in there and get your degree in under 3 years? How many classes did you take? And what was your day like? 2.5 years. That's incredible.
Yeah, getting my degree was huge for me and my mother, honestly. She always made sure that was the point of emphasis going to whatever college I picked. But really 3 things it came down to. 1, relationships. 2, being able to speak with the academic staff and kind of just figure out a plan to graduate in 3 years if the opportunity presented itself. And then basically how it would be utilized in the offense. And Purdue kind of checked off all the boxes. But like it says here, I mean, I got my degree in 2.5 years, and obviously we had some unprecedented times with COVID and whatnot. So I was able to basically go remote and take 27 hours, 9 classes on my way out the door. I stayed at a consistent 21 every semester, and I was about 12 in the summer. Stayed for May, didn't really go home. So I just grinded it out, and a day for me was, I mean, crazy. I didn't have a lot of free time. I wouldn't recommend it. But I did learn a lot and got a chance to meet, a lot of great people. So Purdue has been great for me and my family, and obviously presented me with the opportunity of a lifetime. So, I'm forever grateful for the opportunity, and I'm excited about it as well.
Man, putting in work, that's for sure. Now, we do a weekly segment here on the show called The Burlesque, and a couple of weeks ago, we broke down some of your film, and I want to show everybody just how talented you are. Now, I want you to break down the play. It's 2018 against Ohio State, late in the fourth quarter, and you're catching a pass out of the backfield. You have three options, okay? You can go out of bounds, you can shake the guy, you can run past the guy, go inside. Tell us what you did right here on the sideline and why you decided to do this.
Okay, so I'll actually take it back a little bit. So Pete Warner is the backer here that misses the first tackle, and I kind of just tried to give him a little hezzy to just, beat the angle. And from there, honestly, I'm honestly notorious for, hop skipping and seeing what you do. And if you overcommit, I'll stick my foot in the ground. If you slow down, I'll speed up. Or if you take the right angle, I'll obviously just step out of bounds. But right here, like I said, I had ran out of bounds a few times this game. So for me, it was like, oh, he's going to get lax. So I just put my shoulder in his chest.
Rondale, you are the man. We're looking forward to you in the league.
Nate, can I tell you something?
Go right ahead.
I think this is the most impressive prospect we've had on the show from top to bottom, on the field, off the field. I am blown away. Somebody draft this dude.
2.5 years he graduated.
Unbelievable.
Seems like the perfect prospect, right?
Unbelievable. Rondale, you're awesome.
Great job, man.
Thank you.
I like that Rondale. He tries not to smile. Don't smile. Don't laugh. Don't. Will Selma's in the newsroom out on the West Coast, and by newsroom I mean his. You know where
his newsroom.
Well, what's that? His newsroom.
Yeah, my own newsroom, my casita, if you will. Okay, guys, but impressive young man there from Rondale Moore. The Panthers, as we know, going out and getting Sam Darnold via trade with the Jets. So that means, obviously, the Panthers are out when it comes to getting a quarterback with the 8th overall pick, right? That door is shut. Well, not necessarily, because their general manager, Scott Fitterer, says that's just not really the case.
We talked several, actually, already. I would say at least 5, all in different parts of the draft, and there'll be a lot more calls this week. And yeah, we're very open to moving back. We're open to picking. It just depends on how the board falls. Those first 7 picks in front of us.
Is there one specific quarterback that you feel like fits your team best out of those top 5 guys that everyone's talking about?
Yes.
Can you share?
No. No, there's actually several of them that we're excited about, just like there's several players, but we're not going to get into exactly who.
Oh, come on, please, pretty please. Well, the Patriots could also be in the market for a quarterback in the draft. And NFL Network's draft guru, Daniel Jeremiah, saying on the Move the Sticks podcast, New England has done a lot of homework on Florida quarterback Kyle Trask. Many draft experts have Trask as a 2nd or 3rd round selection. As for Patriots head coach Bill Belichick, he received the key to the city of Annapolis over the weekend at halftime of the Army-Navy lacrosse game. Belichick was raised in Annapolis, Maryland, where his dad was an assistant football coach at the U.S. Naval Academy. Belichick saying there's nothing bigger than being recognized by his hometown. So now he's got all those Super Bowl rings and, of course, a key to the city. I am out. My work is done, but plenty more Good Morning Football on the other side of the break.